Hello everyone, it's Linkup Studio. My name is Oksana, I am Chief Sales Officer at Linkup, and today my guest and colleague is Natalia Sambir. She is Chief Designer Officer at Linkup.
A product redesign help improve user experience by rebuilding the product. 0.05 seconds for a customer to like or dislike the digital product.
So you can actually change something, but it will not make the real impact at the end.
Redesign is more complicated than design from scratch. I heard a story that Steve Jobs really hates this logo. I'm sorry, but American Airlines.
We will discuss today the topic of product redesign. Hi, Natalia.
Hi guys, thank you, Oksana.
As well as your business is changing, the way you're doing the things, the product or services you propose, the customers you are targeting. And to stay on top, you should always analyze your product and find the ways and specific problems which you want to solve and which will prompt you to consider the redesign. Whenever it is your corporate website, in-air system for employees, marketplace, social media application, lifestyle app, the rule is the same for everyone. Reasons for redesigning vary. Depending on the specific marketing goals of your business, the most common reasons are to rebrand your site, increase traffic, generate more leads, and add functionality to improve the user experience. Natalia, what is the product redesign and when it is needed?
A product redesign help improve user experience by rebuilding the product. You could have a lot of reasons to make the redesign. It could be old view, data look and feel, low conversion and rotation rates, negative user feedbacks, plans to expand into new markets, or you want to update some feature or add new features.
I know that exist different types of the redesign, so depending on your exact goals. What is the difference between complete redesign and design refresh?
Design refresh, it's more about visual updating, changing the color, appearance of the user interface, forms, buttons, other stylish elements. It forms the customer first impression of the design.
So design refresh in when you're doing something which not directly influence on your driving experience. So just the look and feel, like you can paint the car in another color, change the cabin, like make the leather, like brown one. I like this one. So, and in this case, so just the look and feel. And when we talk about the product redesign, so this is something which actually will change the experience of the driving, like changing the engine to the more powerful one or etc. So when you're a business owner or owner of some startup, whenever like digital product, how can you determine that your product need a redesign?
Yeah, first of all, you should have a reason for redesign. In our team, our business analyst department collect a lot of information from some current business, different niches, and they try to understand when business needs this redesign, like indicate it. A few months ago, we had situation on pre-sale phase when client come to us with request for redesign. His main point was that booking flow is broken, and when we start to discover it, we understood the problem is not in booking flow. All problem was in value proposition, and we talk him. And it's very good that he knows it before he starts to spend a lot of money on redesign booking flow.
Because the main problem was not actually there. So you can actually change something, but it will not make the real impact at the end. So at the beginning of any redesign, even if the client have a clear request of what he needs to do, your team together, like design and business analyst, you still make your research to understand, is it really the breaking point to make the changes, and is it really the new design, the redesign will make the impact to the business, right?
Yeah, and after we discuss it with client and
explain him your point of view and what he said, he agreed it with that? He know about this problem before, or he was like shocked?
He was shocked and he agreed with us because he had like a numbers of conversion. He take a lot of Facebook advertising and make a good social media where all value of product was explained it very well. And clients come from this social media to his website, and on website you understood really another information, and you not sure what you want to buy on this website.
So users was confused of the flow, how they engage their end client. They was like on the social media, I see one thing, and when I came to the platform, it is fully different thing.
Yeah, and what I will pay.
Yeah, so like your flow should be very consistent, even and it is also important, I think, to mention that when we working in the Linkup on the product, we think not only about the product that we need to do the redesign, but the business as a whole, and not to think such thing as the social media and the flow of the engaging the client is broken. So which is very cool. Most of the clients with whom we working with come to us before the breaking point. So they measure their KPIs, they measure conversions, the traffic, plan their action, and regularly check the execution. So when they come to us, they came with a very good formulated request. And we appreciate to work with such clients, and inspired to work with them. So, Natalia, designing the product from zero, designing the product from zero, and redesigning. What task is more complex?
I like this question. It's really depend, and in most cases, I want to say that redesign is more complicated than design from scratch. Why? Because when we do redesign, we need to consider more details. First of all, users already know the system, and client brand has some level of recognition, and we need do not harm. Users don't like changes. They could improve their life, but they don't understand the value of these changes. And we should really carefully and clearly show them this value. Like we discussed on podcast with Steve Crook, people don't hate redesign, people hate you.
Because you did it. Why you forced me to
change my habits?
Yeah. I remember, in Ukraine, it's a little bit out of our topic, but small example. I remember in Ukraine we are using one of the most popular banking application is a private bank. And they have their application for the few years. And I think that 3 years ago, they changed the design to the new one. But what they did is they actually left the two versions of the application. So actually, people can use the old version of the application and new version of the application in the new design. And I really remember that I don't understand why they did it, because I like the old application. It have everything what I need. So, but then I forced myself to use the new one because I trust, this company, and I thought okay, if they did it, probably it's brings some value, and really I understood it. Also, they have a good promotion, which actually explained me the value of the new features, and that is why I started to use a new application, and now I'm using it right now. But yeah, I know that a lot of people have still two versions of this application on their phone, so which is very interesting, and maybe we can make the conclusion that still private bank didn't make a very good work on bringing this value, why I need to change my habit and use your new application if I like the old one. So telling the value of the new redesign is really very important, as you mentioned it.
Yeah, you should do it a baby step by step, and after user will like you.
Product redesign can bring a better conversion, improve the retention rate, and the overall product awareness and market competitiveness. Can you describe the other benefits of the redesign, why business will want to make it, what benefits it can bring to it?
Yeah, you're right. Product redesign comes with a lot of benefits. First one, it's effective communication with users. For users, product appearance is important when they want to make purchase. According to ResearchGate, 94% of online customers view website with high quality design more than reliable. The second one, it can be save money as a long run. Redesign can be costly and time consuming, but it also an opportunity to make your product like a powerful tool for future.
Yeah, and rather than throw a bunch of the band-aids on your site, you can do everything right from the very beginning.
Yeah. Third one, keeping your business relevant. Outdated product can be immediate turn off for people.
Yeah, I think that redesign also ensures that you can implement the latest trends and engage your customers with the new things, because something which was fancy and cool like 2 years ago in the design and fashion world, let's talk also like that, it is like not what we have today. So you always have to keep your business up to date and look at the new trends and implement them. So which will ensure that your business is relevant and like modern, because you also will want to engage new auditory, the younger generation. It is very important and they like these new trends. Right now, I would like to tell the story also that, for example, real estate industry, which is very old fashioned, they right now implement the trends from the TikTok and Tinder because they want to be in this niche, because in 5 years this like new generation will start to buy real estate and you need to make something for which they use. So yeah, unfortunately you can't do something once and think that it will work for you forever. So yeah, keeping with the trends is very important.
Yeah, and also connect to your point, a lot of Ukrainian politics have TikTok and it's very interesting.
Yeah, and it is very good because I think that, everybody know our President Zelensky, and because he was with the new generation and he used these new trends of the social media influencing content creation, right now we are fighting very great because he motivate and empower us. Yes, he talked with us and he uses new trends. He is like, and yeah, in business it is rule is the same.
Let's go to the next one. It's improve conversion and retention rate for your business, yeah? A business search engine ranking is critical today because Americans conduct about 12 billion Google searches monthly. It's like a big amount. Mm-hmm. We need to remember that new content tells for search engines that you are relevant, up to date.
Yeah, so when you are posting new content or you updating something, so the Google search engine, which everybody are using, knows that you update something, you have something new, and that is why you are higher in ranking. Okay, understood.
The next one in my list is better user experience. When your system have a good structure or hierarchy, it's easier for user find most important information for them, like easier navigate by your system.
Mm-hmm. And I think that it is better user experience also relevant to the third point, which we mentioned about the trends and relevancy of the business, because also navigation and how the users used to use the system also changing, the behavior of the people changing, because the same, like as we know, like right now Instagram, like I talk about Instagram and TikTok, so Instagram implemented the feature and the user behavior is the same as the TikTok have, because they thought that, okay, TikTok like doing a great thing, like they are very popular, user likes this behavior when you switch the videos like this, like scrolling down, and they right now implemented the same feature and it is fully okay. If someone doing something good and it's worked for them, why don't you to implement this and bring the same user behavior to your users? So, and it is a changing of the user experience.
Yeah, but on your example, we need to talk more about psychology part, because users want to feel relaxed when they use social media, and TikTok use it like with big videos, with a lot of relaxed content, and not additional information where you pay your attention.
So no overloading you as a user. Okay. In conclusion, whenever your brand are on the market for years, or you just a new startup which launched like few years ago, well-designed digital product is critical for your business, because like people like like by eyes. So they like when everything is beautiful, with everything is understandable. Also, today people are very limited in their time, so they don't have time to learn your system. They open, if they understood it, if they like it, they use it. If they not, they will go and looking for something else because they just don't have time to get the sense of what you're trying to explain and show them in your system. So, and right now, let's move with you to the concrete example. I have prepared for you a small game. Like, obviously, that right now we can't compare like different platforms because we need a separate podcast for that. Since like reviewing digital products is very complicated and we have a lot of nuances. So I propose you to review the logos of like successful logo redesigns of the big brands, like how they looked before and how they look like today. So, and our first example is Apple. So for right now we can see the old logo of Apple. What do you think about it?
I heard a story that Steve Jobs really hates this logo. And you see, it looks like sorry for this, but it looks like a Tim Stone.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and in 1976, Apple logo was redesigned and have the shapes that looks like today, but it was so colorful.
Yeah, I remember. It is like a rainbow.
Yeah, and Steve also wasn't satisfied with this. If you look on logo today, it's really simplified version of Apple logo. It's a good example how simplification could make a logo like a cult classic.
Okay, so our second example is Instagram. Instagram have also a big change of how they looked before and how their logo look today.
Instagram also had a few iterations, but the main point of Instagram, it was this gradient effect, and they used isolation effect. We also use this isolation effect in interface when we need to make some attention on CTA, for example. And if you look on your main screen on your phone, the Instagram will take more attention than other apps.
And right now, everybody open your home screen and check if really Instagram catch your attention. Because I actually did it and it's really so.
Yeah, and this small trick also make like a habit to check this app every day.
And yeah, this actually gradient is very interesting solution because I really rarely see such type of the icon. So usually they use like gradient but with one color, but here we have like 3 colors, but it's really looks like very organic and not very colorful, but really attract attention. So this was our first game, and I have the second game for you. So we will have the 4 rounds, and we will need to at the end have the one winner, but in our case it will be loser, because I will show you in every round 2 logos of 2 big brands, and you should choose one which you don't like. So choose the worst one. So, and let's start. The first competitors are Shell or Pepsi. Which one you don't like?
Shell.
The second one is eBay or LinkedIn.
eBay.
Why eBay?
LinkedIn just need like a small updates for me. eBay little bit harder case.
I think that for me, for example, eBay is very similar to
Google?
Yeah, really very similar. I don't know if they are related somehow. If they are, that is okay. But if they not, I would recommend them to change the color. But I'm not the designer. So, okay, the third one is Samsung or Levi's.
Oh, I like Levi's. It looks like a Batman. Okay, Samsung.
The fourth one is Johnson & Johnson or American Airlines.
American Airlines.
And right now we came to semi-final. So what is worse, Shell or eBay?
Shell.
What is worse, Samsung or American Airlines?
American Airlines.
And final, Shell or American Airlines?
I'm sorry, but American Airlines.
Why you don't like American Airlines? So big. Like, for me it looks nice. Why you don't like this?
Do you see this emblem? It looks like a eagle,
Mm-hmm.
but you need to have a good imagination.
Like when you look at something and you imagine
Just-
this brand or thing.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, like
to understand this point. But in general, the text is have a lot of contrast, and in this case, the tracking between letters is so small. It's really hard to read this text. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
we need a little bit upgrade
I
it.
never noticed that, but yeah, really the spacing between letters are really small. If comparing with other, it is yeah. Okay, I think American Airlines will come to us to make the logo redesign. Okay, so that was all for today. Thank you, Natalia, for visiting and for being interviewing and our guest in this podcast. And thank you, everybody, for watching us. This was a Linkup Studio podcast. See you in our next episode. Bye bye.
Thank you, Oksana. It was cool. Bye bye.